Welcome guys to another post on my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about managing your time as a creative. This is something that I struggle with as a filmmaker, photographer, graphic designer. Generally speaking, I struggle to keep myself on track in terms of my plan, my schedule, and even in keeping with deadlines and timelines. The general gist is that creatives are generally easily distracted by ideas, by creative inspiration, and a lot of times you set your mind to do something, and then before you know it, you spend time searching up something on Google, on Instagram, on Pinterest, and you get carried away with thoughts and ideas and new ways to do things. That's the life of a creative, that's the life of an artist, and it's not really good in terms of keeping on top of your game as an entrepreneur, as a business person, because those of us who do this commercially, who do this to meet up with client demands, we know that we also have obligations to other people who pay us to do things for them. And so one of the major issues that I struggle with, and I decided to share this because I feel like when you share things you go through, you tend to keep it on the front burner, you tend to take it more seriously because it's now in the conversation, it's now something that you are dealing with other people. And I'm also sharing because I'm also inviting those of you who are creatives like me, who also struggle with time management, to also share your views and your thoughts and your ideas and how you've been coping. So for me, it's been really difficult. I think for me, that's one of the major struggles I probably had in the last few years. If I set up my mind to do a particular thing, or I get into a contract with a client and I'm contracted to deliver certain items, either photographs, videos, graphics, or some other product according to a specific timeline, or I set a goal for myself to do certain things, to learn certain things, to watch certain tutorials and read or practice, and at the end of the day you find out that you're never meeting up with the timelines, with the deadlines. You're always behind, struggling with procrastination. You just feel like, I can push this to tomorrow, and the funny thing about procrastination is that you never replace the thing you're supposed to be doing with something worthwhile, with something worth doing. We procrastinate on doing something by replacing it with maybe going to watch a movie, or settling down on Instagram and scrolling through the timeline, or going on Twitter and joining in conversations and stuff like that. Things that are not related to your primary objective. So at the end of the day, you find out that you waste a lot of time, you're under a lot of pressure, you get a little bit more stressed. That is what I'm talking about today. So how has it been for you guys? I'd like to hear in the comments. What techniques, what tips, what tricks? Who out there can rate himself really high on time management? I would really say that I probably will not rate myself more than 5/10. I'm not proud to say that. I really wish I was an excellent time manager. And so there are certain things I have been doing that have been helping me, and I thought I would share that with you also. One of those things is using a time management tool or technique called the Pomodoro technique. So it's a time management technique whereby you break your time of the day into 25-minute blocks. So you have a period of time, 25 minutes, you set a timer. There are apps and tools on the web where you can download those automated timers that tick for about 25 minutes, so you're notified when it's a 25-minute block. Now you use that 25-minute block to focus on just one task. So during that time, it's a deliberate attempt to focus on just that task. You take your phone off, you switch off your notifications, you avoid all distractions and focus on that task for 25 minutes. Then you take a 5-minute break. During the 5-minute break, you can take a stroll, drink coffee, make a call, check out your social media notifications. Those are the things I do. Sometimes I get up, I do some exercise, some press-ups, or I make a call, I check, I just do any other thing apart from that task. Now when the 5 minutes is up, I either go back to the previous task I was working on if I hadn't finished, or I move to a completely new task, and I find that when I do that, I get more done during the day. It helps me to beat procrastination, and it's also very good when you have so many things you need to do but little time to attend to them. So if you have like so many things and you're afraid of spending so much time on one task so that you do not end up letting the other tasks suffer, you can employ the Pomodoro technique. You can Google it up. I'll put the name, the spelling out there on the frame so that you can see. Now some other tools that have been found to be effective are things like apps that help you automate regular tasks. So if you're a creative like a makeup artist or hairdresser or somebody who usually takes bookings and entertains calls from clients, sometimes you can just automate that process. Get a Google link form or any other online platform where your clients who are looking for you can go there and fill up information, and also get information from you on the kind of packages you have and your prices. So that makes it easier, so you don't have to be answering every client on the phone and explaining your prices and packages all the time. This has helped me a lot in terms of my studio. So now when clients call or send me a message on WhatsApp or email, I just forward the link to them. Now on that link, most of the questions are going to be answered already. It's also a place for them to also say what they want, choose any of my packages, and I get to see and I get to respond as well. So it makes it a bit easier for me to handle bookings. So that's an example. Delegation. You can't do everything by yourself, so sometimes find people who can help you do certain things. So if social media is a big distraction for you, find someone who will handle social media for you. Another thing is scheduling. So schedule a certain time of the day when you do certain things. So this is something I'm trying to do right now. I want to be able to say that, okay, between 12 and 2 o'clock every day, that's the only time I'm going to spend on social media. So that's the time I used to respond to messages, update my posts, and do stuff like that. I'll let you know how that goes, because I've not really started doing it. I really need to be focused. Another thing you can do, still related to scheduling, is divide your day into 4 blocks. So you have the morning time, let's just say from 9 to 12, 12 to 3, 3 to 6, and 6 to 9 blocks. And then in each of those quadrants, you allocate certain things that you're going to do for that day. So if you're in academics, maybe you're doing a master's course, you know that one of those quadrants is assigned to the times when you're going to be reading. If you're going to be practicing or networking, you know that you're going to do it in the quadrant between this time and this time. So those are some of the things that I have been trying my best to do with varying degrees of success, but I think that I'm getting better and better, and it's just that I feel so bad every time I find myself behind schedule. So sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough, but I think when I look back at where I'm coming from, I think I've made progress, but I still want to be better. That's why I'm sharing this with you guys, and I would like to hear from you in the comments below. What are things you are doing to be able to manage your time more effectively? If you consider yourself a really disciplined person and an expert in managing your time, please feel free to share. We'd like to learn from you. This is the little I have to share. These are the things that have been helping me, and I hope that I've been able to inspire you and not to bore you. So feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. This is a work in progress. I am making deliberate steps to make my YouTube channel more of a thing for me. I feel it's an opportunity and an avenue for me to express myself, to practice my art, in creating these videos for you, and also just to be able to network and connect with other YouTubers and other people who are creating content out there. These are things that inspire me. This is my channel. I'm here to share with you my truths, my passions, and my stories. So thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking, thank you for commenting on my page, and it's going to get better. Cheers.